All right. I know there has been the discourse of comparing Overwatch 2 and Marvel Rivals over the last few months. One calling the other a dead game, and the other calling them a copycat, even though Overwatch is kind of a copycat. So I guess Marvel Rivals is a copycat of a copycat. And I really don't want to sit here and say what everyone else has already been saying about Overwatch 2 and the state that it's in. But since both games have had major updates this last week, I'm going to now, goodness, I am now going to, because I love both of these games and I do want what is best for them. Sadly, Overwatch will not be getting me back anytime soon. Even with this major update that has happened, I'm just tired. I really am just tired of the broken promises and the lies that Blizzard had given us over the last entire lifespan of Overwatch 2, I guess, and even into some of Overwatch 1's lifespan. And I really just can't take it anymore. I will play the game if friends ask, but in all honesty, I don't think I see myself playing it in the future, especially now that they had scrapped PvE. You can definitely tell when I've stopped making videos on it is when they announced that PvP or PvE was no longer in the works. And I know a lot of people have probably said you can move on from PvP or PvE, sorry. You can move on from PvE and enjoy the game for how it is. But in all honesty, not to be harsh, or to be harsh, honestly, you wouldn't say that to someone if they were in an abusive relationship. You couldn't just say, hey, ignore this bad aspect about the game or another lie that they've told you and just continue going back to them. Like, you wouldn't say that. But that's literally how it feels with Overwatch. And I have moved on from the game. But enough about my personal gripes about Overwatch 2. This week, both Marvel Rivals and Overwatch 2 have had major updates. And I'm here to answer the question, is Overwatch 2's new update really a nothing burger? Or is it making him look desperate, really? In comparison to Marvel Rivals update. And personally, yes, but also no. Overwatch 2 has been feeling the fire under their feet for a while now, and with the release of Marvel Rivals, Overwatch 2 is no longer playing the safe game. As Helen Keller, like Aaron Keller has said. I don't think they should have ever played the safe game, to be honest, especially since Overwatch 2 was supposed to have a 2, and now it's just Overwatch 1.75, basically now. Now turning back into Overwatch 1. Like, I don't even know. Anyway, do I find the introduction of perks in the game interesting? Yes. But I also think it's a little slimy of them to bring back loot boxes after they'd gotten rid of them in the first place and then charged high prices for these skins and battle pass and charging for a battle pass. Like, I don't know. I don't like that. I know a lot of people like loot boxes. I like loot boxes, but it just feels wrong to me. And to me, that looks desperate. And I haven't played the game since, let me just say, I haven't played the game since they announced that PvE was not coming back, honestly. And you can definitely just null and void any of my opinions that I have right now. But I'm going to share my opinions anyway, because I was an avid player of this game. I played for 5-6 years. I've spent money on that game too. And it's just disappointing to see the state that it's in. And I'm glad at least there's competition now for Overwatch 2 to probably make it a better game for those who still enjoy it. And maybe even someday I'll come back. Maybe, just maybe. I'm just happy that they're no longer playing it safe, really. I do hope that brings some kind of brighter future to Overwatch. Clearly, it looks like they're stepping in something that is a more fun direction and better direction, but only the future will tell if it brings people back and if those people stay, honestly. I mean, if you even looking at the Twitch, and obviously Twitch doesn't reflect everything, but if you go and look at Twitch, it showed that a lot of people came and stopped by to see the Overwatch update. Like, people still care about the game, but I don't think they care enough to play it anymore, really. How I feel is that people will watch Overwatch, but they won't play Overwatch. And to me, the Overwatch update is just meh, in all honesty. I don't think it's like a nothing burger. I think it's somewhere in between. Uh, and you can stop right now. You can stop the video right now. That's my opinion. It's just meh. It's meh. It's added some good things and it's brought back things that shouldn't have ever left. And it makes it look like they're desperate and eh, eh. I just can't. I can't deal with Blizzard anymore, really. And I feel like the damage has already been done. And the damage that has been done is very much permanent, obviously. But that is my little Overwatch segment. Now let's move on to Marvel Rivals mid-season update. It's not even a full season update. And trust me, the honeymoon phase for this game has worn off. I won't be glazing the entire time. But I will say the Marvel Rivals mid-season update is like a regular Overwatch 2 update. We got 2 new characters and a new map, and those 2 characters, I've played them. They're fun. I've played the new map. The new map is fun and good looking. The place has completely, not the place, NetEase has completely, like, said that they're going to try and get 2 characters out every season or every half season, basically. That's a lot of characters. And I mean, I hope they can do it or at least be transparent about it like they have. But yeah, and speaking of transparency, they actually have talked about, the rank stuff, and they are like, no, we're not going to do a rank reset. By the way, I've talked to 2 casual players that are my friends at work, and they're like, oh, I wouldn't have cared for the rank reset. Like, it wouldn't have bothered me too much, really. I would have been okay with it. And that is what it is. And we also have talked about the new way to get chrono tokens, which is completing the battle pass. By the way, you do have to buy the battle pass, complete it completely, and then be able to turn your little purple coins into your blue coins. But I've never seen that in a game. I have never seen that in a game, I don't think. Any game that I've played, at least. So it's at least refreshing to see that the devs are listening to the players. And I feel like the more casual players are more important than the ranked players in Marvel Rivals, which I feel like Overwatch got backwards, where Overwatch cared more about the competitive players more than they did about the casual players sometimes. Again, only time will tell what Marvel Rivals will do with that. And speaking of like their transparency and everything like that, they did bend the knee really quickly on this rank reset stuff, so it makes me really question what they do when there's an evenly divided topic coming up, or when an evenly divided topic comes up, and they're like, oh, well, this half says this or that half says that. But yeah, I just hope they make the best decision for everyone. And it also makes me question if they'll, like I said, bend the knee as soon as they get backlash before testing it out. And that is like one thing that I liked about Overwatch 2 is that you got to test out hero abilities and certain systems and things like that before they actually put that patch note out and things. I hope they bring that to Marvel Rivals, and I hope they bring that back to Overwatch 2. Because I think that would be good quality of life, in my opinion, to be able to test out heroes to see if they're broken or not, and their abilities to see if they're broken or not, or just, see how things work, honestly. I think that would be cool. I think that would be great for both games, but I'm not a game developer, so meh. Again, like I said, with the honeymoon phase, I have noticed that optimization is a problem with Marvel Rivals, sadly. And it is hurting the game, I think. But I don't think it's going to be fixed anytime soon. I do hope it is fixed sometime soon, but optimization is a big thing. And the thing is that something similar with Halo 2, something similar with Halo Infinite was their desync and things like that. That affected the game hardcore, and a lot of people just didn't want to play it. So I think that something similar could happen to Marvel Rivals when it comes to the optimization. They fix it. I mean, even within a year would be nice. That'd be good. I would be okay with that. At the end of the day, I do find myself comparing these 2 games a lot, and I do have some nitpicks about both games. They're not really like quality of life changes. It's just that like certain things where it's like, I wish Like, okay, for example, take Overwatch 2. You can have whatever skin with whatever MVP or whatever play of the game animation you want, right? But for Marvel Rivals, that MVP screen is locked with the skin. So if I ran, let's say, Magic and her Eldritch armor, I could use her default what is it? Her default MVP, but I couldn't use her default skin with her Eldritch armor MVP. You know, does that make sense? I hope that I explained it right. But it's like that. It's like small things like that that I've noticed that I'm like, oh, well, Overwatch does this, Marvel Rivals does that kind of thing. And it's hard not to compare because they're very similar, honestly. At the end of the day, these are just my little observations and opinions. You can agree or disagree, but there is one fact that I do wish to state, and that's don't let other people tell you how to feel about the games you choose to play. Honestly, that is all I have. That is my only statement that I will make because only you can tell you how you feel about a game that you play or have played at the end of the day, okay? So if you want to play Overwatch 2 rather than Marvel Rivals, you can. If you want to play Marvel Rivals instead of Overwatch 2, go for it. If you want to play both of them, go for it. I'm not stopping you. No one should try and stop you from playing this game or that game. It absolutely annoys me when people are like, oh, Overwatch is better than Marvel Rivals, or Marvel Rivals is better than Overwatch. And it's like, no, like it's your own opinion. You choose on what it is that you think is better, and you decide what is better for you. Okay? You can still take other people's opinions and things like that and take those into consideration and whatnot and form your own ideas from those opinions. But at the end of the day, your feelings are your feelings and that's it. But now that Overwatch has competition, it'll make the game better, obviously. Like Aaron has said, he's no longer playing it safe, which is good. That's all I can really ask for. I really do want both of these games to succeed to their fullest and in their best way. But I'll also be transparent in this as well. I think Overwatch's prime has passed. Thanks for sticking around and listening to me talk about these games. If you like the video, then hit that thumbs up button and tell me what you think on the matter. If you don't like the video, why did you stay so long? What the heck? Why are you still here? Go, be free. Make sure to subscribe as well and follow me on Twitch if you want. Stay safe, stay warm, stay cozy, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.
Another epic victory! Big win!
Neil.